What's up, guys? It's a new patch, so you guys know the drill already. We're gonna go over it. So this is patch 14.5, and yeah, this is. I know what you guys are all wondering. Whoa, your voice sounds so crisp, and you don't sound like you're whispering. I know. I got a new mic. It finally came in, and hopefully it's not like too worse than the other one. Honestly, I don't really know yet. Um, but yeah, leave a comment what you think about the new mic, maybe. All right, let's get into the patch notes now. So, it looks like there's a lot of nerfs and also a lot of buffs this patch, and only a couple of adjustments. And it also looks like a lot of the items are getting changed, and not many new skins. All right, let's see. So, there's something about the new splits. So, split 1 ends May 14th, so it's about 2.5 months from now, or like 2 months and a week from now. And then split 2 starts the day after. And yeah, so I don't know if you guys realize there's gonna be 3 splits this season instead of 2 like last season. I'm not really a huge fan of that. I don't know if it's nostalgia or what it is. I actually always liked how the season lasted the whole year. I don't really like having to do the placements like over and over again. So, actually, sorry, I'm gonna play some light music in the background. All right, there we go. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of like having to do my placements over and over again. I prefer to just like do it once and then climb on the account the rest of the season and just like I don't know. Like I just don't really get the point cuz I feel like these splits they're trying to like give players who like messed up their MMR or whatever like a new chance to like restart and like try to climb again with like fresh gains. I actually don't really know what the point of it is, but I'm just not a fan. And I also think like back okay, like back in my day, I just climbed with like plus 15, plus 17 gains. Like if I goofed up that bad, I had it coming. Like just yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see what the champion changes are. bel'veth is getting nerfed. This champion is super OP, really hard to play against. So I am always happy to see nerfs. Let's see what they are. Looks like they did a bug fix for her passive. She would get more passive stacks than she should have before. Okay. I think I don't really know, but they also are nerfing the E. So this is probably her best ability. It's the thing where she like stands still and then like life steals a lot and has damage reduction. It seems like it's getting nerfed. So this ability has got nerfed over and over again. I think this nerf might finally make her bad because not bad, but a lot better, a lot nicer to play against because at one point this was like 70% at all ranks, I think, or even higher maybe. But thankfully they're like lowering that to 55 when it's maxed. That's even less than it is at rank 3. So this ability at level 10 is going to be worse than it is at level 13. Um, or last patch level 10. And I think that's a good change. This has always been too powerful, so hopefully she's not going to be too annoying anymore. Brand, this change, I saw this. I'm disappointed with like compensation Riot's been giving. Like I feel like a nerf needs to be a nerf. Like a nerf is happening because the champion is performing too well. And something they've been doing a lot lately is like they're okay, so like he's been S plus tier in the jung for like a long time now, I feel. And I would say that would justify a nerf, right? Like he's just been better than so many champs for a long time, like maybe 2 months now. And they are nerfing him. They're like, oh, okay, let's lower his like ult damage a little bit and higher its cooldown. And then they like compensate it. They're like, okay, let's give him a little bit more damage to like camps though. I don't really understand. I don't see why that's necessary. I think like if a champ's getting nerfed, they should just get nerfed and then like not be as amazing for a while. Like he doesn't have to still be like S plus tier. I just don't know. All right. Next champion's gonna be Evelynn. She's getting nerfed. I actually don't really agree with this nerf. Um, I don't think she's one of those champions that's like she's not played by anyone who's not a one trick on her. Really though, like it's not like Brand. Brand has like insanely high play rate, and people are just playing him because he's like OP. But I feel like Evelynn, most of the time I play against a champ, the person like only plays Evelynn. Like they don't know how to play anything else, so they're obviously going to be really good at her unique play style. So her win rate's usually high, but they are giving her a nerf. This is a much bigger nerf than it actually seems. So her Q ratio is going down by 5%. So her Q is actually like a 4-part ability. It's like she shoots you with like a skill shot Q, and then chases you with the 3 spikes. So those each have a 30% AP ratio. So when this gets hit by a 5% nerf, it's actually getting hit with like a 20% nerf. So she's gonna be nerfed pretty heavily here because Q is her main damage. Early game clearing, like literally everything. Her Q is her best ability, really, I guess. And it's gonna be getting nerfed pretty hard. Yeah. So even when you do see an Evelynn, I guess you don't have to be as scared of her. Jarvan. So this is like, it's about that time of the year. They're gonna buff Jarvan. He's gonna be really good for a couple like patch or two maybe, and then they're maybe gonna nerf him again once his player rate and win rate goes up. So this, I swear, this is like an annual thing. Like this champion gets some type of buff that makes him. I wouldn't even say it makes him like really OP. Like it makes him like pretty good, I guess. I don't know. Like so last year it was something with his passive damage. His passive like cooldown was reduced and it scaled up more or something. That made him OP. And then they reverted that. And now it looks like they're just lowering his Q cooldown. This is like the thing where he shoots the not shoots, he like it's just like a skill shot, like where he uses the lance, he just like stabs it forwards. The cooldown's going down by a lot. 2 seconds is huge late game. So I guess this improves as a late game, but I don't know if this will actually make him meta again. Hopefully not, because when that happens, he's just gonna get nerfed. I don't really hate playing against this champ personally as a jungler, but I definitely don't like how impactful he is early game to my laners. Like, I feel like his level 2 ganks are really hard to deal with as a mid or bot laner. Like, just like really no counterplay. You have to use your flash. It's kind of cringe. So yeah, we might be seeing more Jarvan. Hopefully not too much, but yeah. Kayn, so I think this is a great buff. I'm saying that as like a Kayn hater too. Like I actually hate playing against this champ. I think he's super OP at like running away and just like bending the laws of like what you should be allowed to do in the game, in my opinion. Like I feel like he's very low risk for how much he can take away from you as a enemy jungle. Like what I mean by that is he's not amazing at like dueling 1v1 like straight up. That is his weakness, but his clear speed and the way he pads with his E and his Q, he just has so much mobility compared to other champs. But I do think he has been pretty weak this season, and I think the red form is like super turbo useless. So I think this change that they're doing to his red form, buffing it, is a really good change. Yeah, so they even said it themselves, like when he lost Score Drinker, he got a lot weaker, which I agree with. Like I feel like last season when there was a red Kayn and he had the Gore Drinker already, he's already like a menace to your whole team. Like it's so much effort to kill the guy at that point, but now it doesn't really feel like that. Like I feel it takes him like 3 items to really scale in the red form, but hopefully this will help that. So it looks like they are buffing the healing per 100 bonus HP you buy. So this is also another smart change, I think, because a lot of these Kayns go like a weird like damage build on the red form. They go like Eclipse and like just like more like high AD items and less HP, which I don't really think fits the playstyle for that form. I feel like you need to have the HP and then still be able to heal and like do some sustained damage, which is more like what he should be picked for. Um, so yeah, it looks like if you're buying HP, it'll benefit his healing more, and then they also buffed his healing by 10% on his R, which is great. So we're definitely going to be seeing more Kayn. There's a lot of Kayn players. We I feel like he's not as restricted to the forms anymore. I feel like the red form was definitely lacking. I just wasn't as scared of it, honestly. And yeah, it's going to be annoying. I might try picking him up. I've tried playing him a lot. I just can't get over, like, some games it feels like it's so hard to get your form. I don't know. Yeah, good change, though. Kog'maw. Kog'Maw's getting a bunch of changes, it seems like. I think he's kind of... I don't want to say he's weak, because his win rate's always, like, fairly high, but I feel like he's feels weak to play. Like, it feels like you're not unimpactful. It feels like there's not a lot of leeway in his kit to, like, outplay anything or, like, like make any plays yourself. It feels like if people are walking into you, you can turn your W on and kite them and, like, just kill whatever's in your path. But yeah, I just feel like his kit is really lackluster for an ADC. It feels like all his abilities are useless. Like, for once, like, right in these descriptions, they're like hitting the nail hammer. Okay, whatever. They're just getting they're getting the right idea across. Like, they're saying, like, he's relying on his W. Like, this is his only ability really on ADC. So let's see what they're doing to the rest of his abilities. So I think his passive needs a rework personally. I think this is one of the worst passives for, like, an ADC champ. Like, ADC is like a role you need to be playing safe. Like, you should be trying to minimize your deaths to, like, under maybe, like, let's say, like, 5 a game. Like, 5 death a game is like fair on ADC. Like, less than that is great. More than that is, like, you're definitely not always playing as safe as you should be, being like a ranged character, making a couple too many mistakes. I understand if there's, like, plays you have to make to win the game, but, like, I don't know. Like, this passive is horrible for an ADC. It only procs when he dies. So it looks like they're buffing it, buffing the move speed on it. Alright, it makes no difference, honestly. His Q is getting, like, a cast time change. It says it matches auto attack frame time. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Let's just assume it's gonna get faster because weave Q into his pattern a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be an okay change. I think it'll be, like, smoother to use the Q now. Um, E is getting nerfed as well. Or buffed. Sorry, not nerfed, buffed. They're buffing the slow on it. Pretty big. I think 40 at rank 1 is really good, actually. I think it's really good. And I think the slow persists if you stand inside of the throw up. I think it doesn't go away. Like, it doesn't just slow you once. If you're standing in the throw up, you're going to be slowed by it. So this is actually a pretty good change. And this is what you max last. So I think 10% at rank 1 in all ranks is pretty good, honestly. His R is getting, like, a 10% AD ratio. Like, even his R. I feel like this ability is, like, so hard to use as, like, as a combat tool. It's not like honestly, like, all of their ADCs, it's not like a Jinx ult, it's not like an MF ult, it's just, like, so hard to, like, rely on this ability for damage. This 10% buff, I don't think it's gonna do much here. I think he just needs a couple abilities changed. I think his Q needs some type of change. I think his R needs some type of change. I think the E is okay. But yeah. Good changes, I guess, but I don't think he's gonna be meta, or I don't think this is gonna change anything about him, really, personally. And this is what we've all been waiting for, guys. The Maokai nerfs. I have been praying that this is gonna happen anytime soon. He's in every single one of my games still. Like, last patch, I was hoping he'd be played less, but still playable. But now I don't even hope for that. I just don't like seeing this champ. I don't like getting point and cluck to death, guys. It's so unfun. Alright, let's see what the changes are. So, I think this is a huge nerf. On a champ like this who only walks into you, lowering his MS by 5 is big. This is much bigger than it seems. I really like this change. And of course, guys, he's going to be getting compensated here a little bit because he's getting hit with such a bad nerf, guys. He needs to be compensated for it. So we're going to be increasing his bonus damage to monsters early game on his Q for some reason. Like, this is just disgusting. This is a vomit inducing whoever's, like, idea this was on their balance team. Like, honestly, I feel like unwell reading this. Why would you compensate this champ? Like, he's been so good. He's been so good support, so good top. They're like, even if we were nerfing him as support, we want to maintain his viability as a jungler. No, please, we don't need to. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Unfortunate buff here, but it looks like his W is getting nerfed by 1 second at all ranks. This isn't really a big deal either. I hate to say, like, other than this isn't, like, really even a nerf. This is a big nerf, but, like, I feel like when he gets his shoes and, like, the support item that gives him move speed, it's not going to really make a difference. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm so sick of this champ. Hopefully whichever riders want to get their LP, and they actually nerf him. Like, please. This is unbearable. Alright, Nidalee, let's see. Unfortunately, this champ is getting hit with some nerfs. I actually really enjoyed playing her for the past, like, month or however long these buffs lasted. I abused her a little bit to get my account to diamond. I really enjoyed playing her again for a bit. So let's see what the nerfs are. So her base move speed is getting hit by 5. I feel like this isn't as bad for her as it is for maokai because she gets, like, move speed in bushes or something. Like, this shouldn't be, like, the most unbearable thing to play with. And it looks like her Q is getting a 10% nerf. So her Cougar Q is, like, the empowered auto attack. And it does bonus damage if you had hit them with a spear or they step on a trap before. And a 10% nerf like this, it doesn't look like it's a big deal, but this hurts, like, a lot of things. So this also hurts, like, clear speed. Just like yeah, it hurts the clear speed. It hurts, like, the speed you, like, do objectives by yourself. It hurts the dueling, obviously. I think it's an okay nerf, but I don't know if this is what the nerf had to be to make her not as good as she has been. But yeah, she's not going to be, like, S+ tier anymore, unfortunately. I think I'll still try playing her, but honestly, like, a champ like this, it's kind of grief to pick unless you're, like, really good at her, which I don't think I am. I've played her quite a bit in the past, so it's not too impossible for me to pick back up, but yeah, she's not going to be great anymore. Rek'sai is finally getting all of the bug fixes, quality of life changes. Yeah, this champ got her little mini rework last patch, and they messed up so many things. Like, they just made so many bugs, I guess. Like, apparently I actually made a video on this earlier. You can check that out. But, like, her Q's auto attacks would get canceled if you try, like, moving. Like, if you auto attack and you try kiting, just doesn't do any damage. It's really weird. So it looks like they're changing some attack speed stuff. Just some stuff. Like, honestly, let's just, yeah. So this is what I was talking about last. Like, the attacks can't be canceled mid attack. Like, it just would cancel. It literally wouldn't do any damage. It was super game breaking. I don't know why she wasn't, like, hot fixed or disabled even. Just really bad. And let's see. It looks like the W, it'll knock up all large monsters. Oh, so I think the Unburrow would not do damage before if they were already knocked up to this ability before on the camps, but now, oh, just on anything, I guess. I guess it wouldn't do damage before, but this is a pretty good change, honestly, because Yeah, this is a good change. The damage is nice. Fix the bug for rek'sai could stop auto attacking after. Like, there's so many auto attack bugs. Hopefully, this is all actually fixed though. Let's see. Her E. Like, apparently, this would fail to dash over walls too. Like, oh my god, bug fix in progress, guys. What are you doing at Riot? Like, you had 2 weeks to fix this. So bad. It looks like her E is getting a bit of a buff. That's huge. I like that. And yeah, it's just getting a bit of a damage buff there, and the R is getting a bit of a damage buff here as well. Yeah, the R doing 100 base damage is very low, I feel, at rank 1. Like, it is an execute. It is an execute, but like 100 is like, by the time you're level 6, that's like an auto attack, like for base damage. It's very low. 100% bonus AD, and then the missing HP. So, hopefully she's good again. Honestly, I thought she would be very good after changes like these, but her win rate seems to have gone down a lot, which is, I don't know if it's due to the bugs or what it is. People are not used to like playing this champ full bruiser again, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I thought the AoE knockup and all the other like bruisery changes would be good for her, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so Senna is getting nerfed. She's picked like every game. I think this is justified nerf. Just a 10% damage nerf on her Q. The AD ratio is getting nerfed. Yeah, really good ADC, really good support. I think it's a fair nerf. Seraphine is getting a bunch of changes, and let's go over them. So this champ has had a weird identity ever since she came out. I think she's like been played mid support and ADC, but like the support, she's always been so lackluster, I feel, for support. People, when she first came out, they're like, she's like a better Sona. Honestly, like she was a way worse Sona in my opinion. Like, I like if you're picking between Sona or Seraphine, as like how useful they can be as a support, I would say like Sona is way better, like than this champion for support, but they catered a lot more towards like the ADC and like mid lane versions of her, but it looks like they're trying to give the support Seraphine some love here. And let's see what the changes are. So she's getting a bit of base move speed. 5 base move speed is huge. Mana growth is going down by a lot. So every level she was getting 50 mana, I guess. Bonus mana to her pool. Now it's only going to be 25. The regen is going up by a lot though. So this already is seeming like a good support change. Like the regen is more important for support because they don't buy like a tier, and they buy regen items and have like a smaller pool. So I already like where this is going. The base AD is going down by a bit. This is also seeming like an ADC nerf. I don't know if that nerf had to happen for her to be good at support, but probably have some other buffs lined up here. So it looks like her passive is getting it looks like the damage is overall getting nerfed. It looks like at the end of the day, it's scaled up to 30 here and then 25 here, and it's 5% to 4%. So it's overall getting nerfed. It doesn't do the bonus damage to minions anymore. Yeah, this looks like a lot of nerfs to like the ADC version of her, honestly, more so than buffs to the support version. It looks like her Q missile speed's going up. This is a pretty good change. The Q is really slow. It's a big hitbox, but it's really slow. I feel like if I see a Seraphine walking up, I know like they're gonna use it, so I just already like walk back preemptively, and they usually miss. Looks like the cooldown is going up late game, but it's getting lowered early game. So like yeah, I really like change. Like I like a nice balance change like that. Looks like the mana cost is going up though. So I think for support Seraphine, this isn't like a viable max ability anymore. Maybe it's like, maybe 3 points Q. Because using 100 mana per Q seems like absurd as a support. Like if you're trying to poke with it, that's like a lot of mana. Like I think 3 might be good to stop at. And then we look into W or E. So, oh, and they buffed the maximum the damage it does if you're low HP. So I really like oh, and it doesn't affect minions anymore. Like it's harder to farm with this ability. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Some good support changes, but a lot of like ADC nerfs, it feels like. W, the cooldown's going down by a lot, guys. Early game. Going down by a lot early game, a little bit a little bit longer late game. So I think this is great because early game, this seems like a bit too long of a cooldown for an ability like this for like a support. If you're playing a support, it's like this is like every 30 seconds. Like that's a long time you'd have to wait for your like healing shielding ability to come up, which is just absurd to me. The mana cost is going down overall at all ranks pretty much, so I think this is a bit better to max nowadays. Not max straight up, but like maybe a couple points in it. The shield is going up base, and the move speed is going down. The AP ratio of it's going down, which I think is okay. Okay, let's see her E. Her E cooldown scales down now, but it's not as much as I would like. So it's 10 at all seconds, right? It was last patch, and right now it's going to be 9 at max rank. It makes me not like that doesn't even incentivize Seraphine players to really max this one, like this ability anymore. Like I don't really understand because this isn't even that much of a buff. I feel like I don't really know. The mana cost staying 60 at all ranks is really nice though, I think. Definitely keeping the mana cost low is good for support. The damage for this is base damage is going up and then down at max, and then or up in early ranks, lower at the higher ranks, and then the ratio is gone up by 15%. The slow duration scales up now, so this is a change I like to see. I like to see this incentivize people to put more points in this ability, and then the minion damage is going down, which is fine, like farming nerf. And then her ult ratio is going down, cooldown's going up. So this is strange. Like I feel like they are pushing her more into a supportive role, but at the same time they're nerfing a lot of stuff. Like they're nerfing a lot of her abilities. They're nerfing things willy-nilly, it seems like. I'm not gonna lie. And although like some of these cooldown changes, some of these mana costs are nicer to play her as support, I don't know if it'll actually make her better at support. I wouldn't be too eager to pick her, guys. I would wait. I don't think, after reading everything, it doesn't seem like these changes will be amazing. I'm not sure. But if anything, I will say these changes should make her a lot worse at ADC. Like, and mid. They should make this champ be so unplayable for ADC. There's a lot of damage nerfs and a lot of like, yeah, I don't know. Some strange changes. We'll see how they land. I don't think she's going to be good though. They really need, okay, my opinion on these changes, my opinion on what I would like to see, this ability needs a way lower cooldown. Maybe the strength of it can be lowered, but it needs a way lower cooldown. It can't be 18 seconds at max rank. Like, that's unreal. This needs a way... This needs to be, like, 8 seconds. Like, this isn't even, like, really a buff, because it starts out higher. I don't even know. Like, and then they increase the damage on this? What? Like, why? Weird. But this is nice. I like that it scales up the slow duration, which means that's also how long they're stunned for if you double cast it and all. But I don't know, guys. Weird changes. Weird. Alright, sivir. Base armor buff. Nice. Got through that one quick. Smolder. This champ is getting changed every patch, guys. He's picked in, like, every single one of my games, too. It's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing him, like, so many games, and it's like, if my team doesn't have first pick, I feel like he's always, like, first pick by the enemy team. But, like, some guy on my team's hovering it, so I can't ban it or anything. There's like, don't ban Smolder. No one on my team bans it. And then the enemy guy picks it. I'm like, okay, we should have banned it. If we don't have first pick, we need to ban it, because it's in every single game. Pick rate is absurd on this champ. Smolder is currently in a healthy spot. Honestly, I kind of agree. I think he's very weak early game. I think he's super, super bad early game. And that gives a good payoff for like that execute and the scaling later on. Um, yeah, I actually agree. I think he's balanced because his early game is so horrendous. Like if I have one on my team, I can't rely on them for damage for so long of the game, which I'm okay with because late game, like it's worth it. Like the executing is nice to see it happen. But yeah, I think he is balanced. Let's see his Q. Hmm. Oh, so they're just kind of changing this how his true damage burn works when he finally gets his Q upgraded for the third time. It scales more off of like AD and AP and then some of the stacks, I guess. I don't really know the math on this, guys. Someone can do that math for me though. I have no idea. 6.5, 6.5. It probably need more stacks or something. I don't really know. Let's see. His E 5 to 10, 5 plus 1 plus 50. So a lot of these changes seem like they're more based on the stacks than just straight up giving him the stats, which I think is fine. His R is getting slight damage nerf all around, but it looks like the middle part is getting a big damage buff. And then the self heal is getting an AD ratio. So I like these changes. I like these changes. Yeah, but it's getting nerfed. The base heal's getting nerfed because of the AD ratio, which I think is fine. Like this catches up to it pretty quickly. Yeah, like I think these are okay changes. I don't know why he's getting changed. I feel like he's fine, but it's fine. Decent changes it seems. Twisted Fate. We've been seeing this guy terrorize the Rift on like every lane, honestly. Top lane, mid lane, ADC. Thankfully not support. I feel like even support Twisted Fate would be really annoying to play against if he took like Predator or something and just roamed around stunning people. But yeah, I am glad to see him getting nerfed. He had his time to shine, and let's see what the nerfs are. It looks like his E is losing some bonus attack speed, which is fine. So this just gave passive attack speed, and yeah, it's losing about 10% at max rank. Not that big of a deal. The damage is where it's getting really hit, though. 75 bonus AD to 20%. 55%. 55% ratio lost. So yeah, I think this is the end of the 80 Twisted Fate, guys. Maybe on hit is still playable, but yeah, this might be the end of an era. It was a fun couple months. I did like seeing him because I never really played against this champ much before. I feel like he's kind of a skillful champ. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be great anymore, which is justified. He's been great for a month now, so it's fine. See, I feel like Brand should be getting hit with something like this, right? Like, Brand should just be getting nerfed. Like, he shouldn't be getting adjusted. Like, he should be getting nerfed. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. Vayne is getting nerfed. I think this is more of a top lane nerf. I don't think she's great ADC. I don't think she's like OP ADC, but let's see. It's far too strong, especially as a top laner. Yeah, like I feel like this champ is so OP top lane. Just like always wins against my top laner, and they're always like pinging for help. And then she tries to 1v2 and usually succeeds in taking one of us down. So I don't really like playing against her much. Bonus move speed going up by 15. Huge. Q cooldown going up. Rank 1 by 2 seconds. It's pretty big. Hurts the kiting a lot early game. Alrighty. Next change is going to be Veigar. Let's see what they're doing to him. So they're buffing him. They're giving his Q a 5% buff at all ranks. And then they're nerfing his R by... Or no, they're buffing his R cooldown. It's going down by quite a bit early game. 20 seconds is a lot early game. And then 10 seconds on rank 2. And it's the same late game. Yeah, this champ, I don't know. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's ever going to be like one of those champs that's like super great unless they make his E like come down again instantly, which I would not. as much as I would think that's a great change because I really like him, I don't think it's a fair change. So yeah, I don't know. It's a 5% buff is nice. Cooldown going down is nice. It helps him, but I don't think this is gonna make him OP. He was OP like 2 seasons ago in the ADC role, if you guys remember. I abused him. I had a lot of fun playing that. Really enjoyed it, honestly. Peaked rank playing that on it. Yeah, I really like that. But it's nerfed, and this might bring it back a little bit. This might bring him back to the ADC role. I feel like the issue with him for mid lane, he just has a lot of bad matchups. And I feel like no matter what these changes can be, like literally no matter what these changes can be, he will never be able to deal with a champ like Fizz, Katarina, Zed. What else is there? Like honestly, like a lot of these champs, I feel like he will always struggle against them, and these changes won't fix him for mid lane. But yeah, we might be seeing him ADC more. So good changes. It's been pretty weak for a bit. Vex. Let's see. Vex doesn't quite have the damage she needs to chain together multi kills like she could last season. Okay. So she's getting some damage buffs. Let's see. Passive is doing tiny bit more base, 5% more ratio. Huge. And now her E, killing units with her E will give more of her passive stacks. So I think the change like this is amazing, honestly, because like the issue I find with this champ in general is she's not really picked much at all, and I think that's because they made her like very. They made her like a very counter pick heavy champ. It's like an anti-mobility mage. Like she's made to counter champs who have dashes. She can't be just picked like Victor or like Syndra, or like those other mages. I feel like you can just pick them because you want to play them. But this champ's strength is loaded a lot into her passive, which stacks up insanely fast if the enemy team has dashes. But it doesn't really if they don't. So I think being able to get the passive up yourself without having the enemy team have dashes is a great change. So yeah, we might be seeing this champ more. I honestly, we might be, but I wouldn't really say it's gonna make people play her more. Like her play rate's always been low. I think maybe she's just not as fun of a champ as Riot would like her to be, and even though she's one of the newer champs, just not played that much. Alright, let's see. Wukong is getting some weird changes, so it looks like his passive. Okay, guys, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Who knows what Wukong's passive is? Like, who knew what his passive even was before like seeing this thing? That's what I thought. Literally none of you. Literally none of you. Like I didn't even, I forgot this champ even existed, let alone has a passive. Alright, let's see what it is though. It looks like okay, so what? Okay, I actually don't even know what it is. So he has some type of stacking passive. I think it's, oh guys, this is bad. As the patch notes guy, I don't even know what this champ does, but so it looks like the stacks are like halved, but you get more per stack for whatever stack is. I think it's like armor MR for how many champs he's hitting. But yeah, they literally don't even put it on here. Like they didn't even write what it is. Alright, let's see guys. Let's see real quick. Let's just see real quick. Sorry. Oh, it's only armor. Wait. Yeah, he gets bonus armor and bonus health regen. Yeah, whenever he hits a champ or monster. Interesting. So, I guess this makes his clear a little bit better. It's not MR though, surprisingly. Weird. Alright, let's see. Yorick. This champ is so annoying. Like, I actually want him nerfed. He's so annoying, guys. I hate people. Okay, I don't hate people. I hate having to deal with a split pusher like the whole ass game. Sorry for my language, but like I hate having to I hate trying to play the game and I like look somewhere and some guy's like murdering my tower. Like this happens the whole last game. Like give me a break. In norms. I literally lose norms. Like I'm just trying to like learn the champ and some guy's backdooring at like 25 minutes and it's usually someone playing this champ. It's so boring, so annoying. Alright, let's see what the changes are. Some tooltip clarification for his passive. His E damage is going down. His R is getting a bunch of armor MR. She doesn't get lowered AoE damage anymore. Um Oh, interesting. So Shen W and stuff and blinds and dodges all block the his wife his wife's like sucking ability. Like you're not gonna take damage if you're using like a blocking thing, like Shen W. Uh, honestly, it's not enough nerfs as I'd like to see, but yeah, so annoying. Let's see. Zac changes. It looks like his W is getting a small nerf. Wait, yeah, nerf kind of. Or late game, it's losing 15 damage, and yeah, it looks like he's just losing some damage later on. Alright, finally through the champs. Let's go through the items quick, guys. Another long video, I'm sorry. I'll definitely put it in the title again to watch this on 2x speed. Alright, let's see. So it looks like this is the support item. It looks like this is one of the support items you can upgrade into. So it looks like the cooldown is going down, the slow duration is going up, and the slow strength is going up. I don't see this one too often, but I think this is I think it's a good change. Yeah, I don't ever see this one, so Dreammaker, this is the one most enchanters go. Let's see what it does. So, the damage reduction is going up by a lot late game. It's going up by a lot. Damn. God damn, that is a big change. This is a huge buff. Wow, the late game for supports is going to be insane, guys. The damage is going up by a lot too late game. Wow. Wow. Honestly, like, okay, like changes like it is a bit lower late, like early game, like level 6, around the time you maybe will be getting this, maybe later, but the trade-off is crazy. This is a lot higher. Like I like these. I like this change. Support feels so worthless late game, honestly, unless you're like, I don't know, unless you're playing like a playmaker champ. You're just like always like scared. Like you need numbers, and I like these types of number changes. All right, Frozen Heart. Let's see. It's getting a small nerf and buff, kind of. I don't know. So the price is going up. And the armor's... Oh, it's just a straight up nerf. Never mind. No buffing. No buffing here. Price going up. Armor going down. It's fine. No one really builds this item, though. I see it on, like, Ezreal sometimes. So, I don't know. Heartsteel. This champ... Or, this item is terrible. I never see people buying it, except, like, Tompkins tops. Let's see what it does now. So the proc damage is going down a little bit base, but a little bit up, scaling wise. Yeah, I don't think this will change much. Solstice Slay. So this is a support item a lot of people are like abusing on like maokai and stuff. It looks like the cooldown is going up by a lot. Some of the bonus HP is being changed to flat. Move speed's going down by a little bit. Yeah. good changes, I think. Hopefully, like this will also make Maokai a little bit worse too. We'll see though. Spear of Shojin. Let's see. This item spells only grant 1 sec per cost per 1 second. I don't really know. Looks like some changes. Doesn't look like it's getting buffed or nerfed. It says it'll synergize better with champs that should be the primary user. So I think champs like Azriel, Riven, um, casters, honestly, just like 80 casters. Could be a thing on Zed now. Could be. He is kind of a caster, so we'll see. Sunfire. Oh, okay. So the nerf, they did nerf it earlier, and they're rebuffing it. I guess so. 50 HP and a bit more of the burn damage. Nice. So AP items now. Lich Bane is getting nerfed. 5% AP ratio. Storm Surge AP ratio going up by 3%. Rocket Belt. This item is not bought much at all, I think, and I'm not sure if this change will make it like worth buying still. I feel like a lot of the items right now are just outclassing it, but we'll see. It used to be core on a lot of champs. It used to be core on like Echo. It used to be core on Kennen. I think Kennen still maybe does buy it. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, looks like trying to bring it back, but I'm not sure if this will. We'll see. ARAM, not reading that. Sorry, guys. Not reading that. That is a lot to read. Sorry, guys. I would say that I was excited to see these skins, but it's short, and I'm really not. These don't look that cool. Project GP looks weird. Project Jax looks cool, but it's champs made for pedophiles. Nefiri. This looks kind of cool, I guess, but don't really get it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's the patch, guys. That's patch 14.5. Long video again. Super sorry. I think I need to start writing a script for these because I just seem to yap and the video goes a lot longer than I expect. Thanks again for watching. Let me know if you guys agree with some of my thoughts, disagree. Comment below if you want any other type of content. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next patch, or I'll try to upload something in the meantime.